Now, if you have numbers or letters on the outside of the parentheses, the only thing being raised to the square root is what's inside. So this one can be written as a squared b times the square root of 162 a b to the 6th c to the 5th. And only this part that was in parentheses is being raised to that square root. Now, we're going to still solve the same way. This is already on the outside, so let's not even mess with it. Let's go straight into the square root. 162 is not a perfect square. So, you know what? I see that's divisible by 4, so I'm going to divide it by 4. That is a perfect square, which means I'm pulling out a 2. 162 divided by 4. Okay, it's not divisible by 4. Let me try this again. Apologize, minor mistake. It is not divisible by 4. It is divisible by 9. So square root of 9 is 3. 3 is going to come to the outside. There's going to be 18 left over. So square root of 18. And then I have 3 a squared b on the outside now. And I still have an a b to the 6th c to the 5th. Well, 18 is divisible by 9, so there's another perfect square I can take out. 18 divided by 9 is 2, so we get 2 times 3, a squared b on the outside, and we have square root of 2, a b to the 6th, c to the 5th. Well, I look now at my letters. This is an odd number, and there's nothing I can take out, so there's still going to be an a on the inside. B to the 6th divided by 2, that's going to be b to the 3rd. So b to the 3rd is coming out over here. And then c to the 5th, that is an odd number. So when you divide it by 2, you get 2.5. So that c squared is coming out over here. And there should be 1c in the middle. So 2 times 3 is 6. I've got a squared and no more a's, so it's still a squared. Now I have a b to the 1st already on the outside. So when I multiply it by that b to the 3rd, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 b's. So b to the 4th. I have no c's on the outside yet, so when I pull out that c squared, it's c squared. And now I will have a c left over and an a left over because those were our odd numbers in the middle. So radical 2ac. So, the final answer, 6, a squared, b to the 4th, c to the 2nd, the square root of 2ac. Alright, I know that one seemed long, but just take it one step at a time. I do apologize for the calculation error I made. Let's try number 18. Now I have a coefficient on the outside. Doesn't change anything. Ignore that first. Let's rewrite what's in the parentheses being raised to the 1/2 with the square root. So 3mn squared, square root of 121, m to the 4th, n to the 5th, p to the 7th. Now, 121, is that a perfect square? Yes, because that's 11 times 11. So that's going to come out, and there's going to be nothing left over. So we're going to have 11 times 3mn squared. There went our numbers. All we have left is letters now. M to the 4th, n to the 5th, and p to the 7th. Well, m is an even number, so all of it's going to come out. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So we need to take an m squared, and we need to pull it out. N to the 5th is an odd number. The closest we get to the even number is n to the 4th. So that's going to be n squared coming out, and there's going to be an n left over. P to the 7th means p to the 6th is the closest even number, and that means p to the 3rd is half of that. That's coming out, and there's going to be 1p left over. So let's just put it all together. 11 times 3 is 33. I have an m to the 1st times m squared, so that's going to be m to the 3rd. n squared times n squared, so that's n to the fourth. And then p to the third times nothing is p to the third, and I have a p left over on the inside. I also have an n left over, so n p. So this becomes 33 m to the third, n to the fourth, p to the third, square root of np. Alright, last one. I want you guys to try number 19. Push pause on the video, push play, we're going to see the answer, okay? Push pause now. Alright, so first I'm going to rewrite it. Remember, ignore it. Just write the outside. Everything in the parentheses goes inside the radical. Now, 72 is not a perfect square, but 36 is. And 36 goes in there, which means I'm pulling out a 6. So I've got negative 5 times 6xy on the outside, square root of 72 divided by 36, which is 2. Then I have x to the fifth, y to the fourth. X to the fifth is an odd number, so divide it by 2, you get 2.5. So we're taking out an x squared, and there's going to be an x left over. Y to the fourth is an even number, so we're going to take out y squared when we divide it by 2, and there's no y's left over. So, negative 5 times 6 is negative 30. X times x squared, that's going to be x to the third. Y times y squared is going to be y to the third. And now let's write what's left over in our radical. We still have a 2, and we're going to have an x. And that's it. On your assignment, there are 8 problems on the front and 12 on the back. The ones on the front are a little bit more simple. You know what? I will just have you do all of the odds. So I want you to do the odds, complete the assignment, and then hopefully that's enough practice for you to understand this concept. All right? Good luck on your assignment, guys.